Hi, it's David Kavanagh here. Welcome to the webinar. People keep on asking me when I speak at seminars, David, what is it about people always saying you can get hacked with WordPress? I mean, WordPress, there's a lot of people, a lot of business owners, pardon me, using WordPress for their websites. Can I get hacked, etc.? And I say, well, yes, you can. And people on Facebook keep saying to me, but David, can you get hacked? Like, what's the story? So I want to show you a few little things in this webinar training today, just to give you a little heads up that WordPress can get hacked. Now, it's not a matter of will you be hacked, but one day you will be hacked and you'll be sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, I could have protected my site and secured my site beforehand. I'd like to ask you a question. When is the perfect time to put an alarm system on your car or on your house? Before you get broken into or after? We all know the answer to that. So I want to show you something here. Say, for example, I look at plumbers and I look at Perth and I put WP content there because that's one of the folders in WordPress, WP minus content. Now, if we have a look what comes up here, I'll just press the enter key. We see GA Perry Plumbers, and that's an ad, and then we got Boeing Plumbers, etc. Now, I don't know any of these people on any of these sites, but I'll just pick the first one just for an example to show you. Now, we've gone through here, and let's just take off all the rubbish at the end of it, and we just go to .com.au or .co.uk, whatever comes up. Okay, we have a look at the site, and just so we know it's WordPress, we can right-click and go Show Page Source. And then we look down, if we look down a little bit here, straight away we can see here WP content, etc., themes, so we know it's WordPress for definite. So, pardon me, I just want to go a little step further with you. First of all, people always leave the README file intact. So if I go /readme.html, you'll see that you can see the version that they're running. Now, hackers, of course, look up their little black book and they see, okay, GA Perry Services Perth.com.au, they're using version 4.7 of WordPress. How do we hack into that, for example? Now, while I'm talking about WordPress security, I'm not a hacker, but I know how to secure a site perfectly well that you won't get hacked. Now, no one, me included, can say you're not going to get hacked, because if someone goes directly to your server and hacks the server or switches off the box of that, well, of course. But I'm saying we will do 1,000,000% better than what you've got now. So I'll show you. You go down here and you look /WP admin install. We'll have a look at this. You'll see already installed. Now, we don't want this stuff coming up. Let's face it, we don't. Go to login, and now we'll go into the login screen, and we can put username, email address, password. Now, most people put admin. So let's put admin, and then we'll put anything for a password and go log in. And then it comes back to us and says invalid username. So hackers aren't stupid. Now, as I said, I'm not a hacker, but I'll show you something. If I get this site just here, GA Perry Services Perth.com.au, and then I go across to another site called Hacker Target, there's a little online scanner they've got at Hacker Target. So if I go here and place the domain name in this little field and press free WordPress security check, it'll come back, and a lot of times it'll actually tell us the username. So in other words, if we get the username here, we're 50% inside the front door of getting into that gentleman or lady or business's website, which is crazy. We don't want people inside our website. They can hack you, they can deface the site, they can do a lot of malicious things to it. So just wait till we see this, what the report comes back to us in about 10 seconds time. So first of all, it says we're using 4.74, doesn't appear to be the latest, okay, it's in Amazon, etc. Okay, first of all, they're telling us all the plugins that we're using. Now, if hackers know the plugins and they know one of the plugins has got something wrong with it, they can hack in through a plugin. Then we go down, that says the theme. Well, I'm not worried about that. Now, this is quite good. It says user enumeration is not available, which is great. It's not telling you username or the password or anything, which is good. Directory indexing is not available. That's also good. So, in other words, this site is not too bad, But let's go back to one of the other sites for a second. Let's go back, a couple of screens here. Let me have a look here, and we'll pick one of them. Let me see. Hold on. There's another one. Hold on. Okay. Cassoti or CassityPlumbers.com.au. Let's have a look here. And again, as I said, I don't know any of these sites, but we go there and we first of all, we right click, we go show page source just to check if it's WordPress. And if it is, straight away we'll see. So this isn't WordPress now. No, it's definitely not. They've changed it since Google has spied the site. So let's go back again. MackeyPlumbingPerth.com.au. Now, the reason that last one came up is because when it was spied, it must have been using WordPress, but now they've changed it to something else. So let's have a look here and just see. Let me have a look here. Yeah, WP content we can see here. So we know it's definitely using WordPress again. So again, let's have a look at a site like this and we just grab it without the W's and we copy this. And we go into this site again. Let's have a look. And whoops, sorry, I missed that. Mustn't have copied it properly. 1 second, just copy this. Copy and take that out just here and paste the other one in on top. Now you can go, if you're a local business owner and you're worried about your WordPress security, well, you should be, because there are people out there, as I said, that maliciously go in and vandalize sites, and you wake up in the morning and you see your site's gone. Not just your site that's gone, but your database can be infected. They can take passwords, they can take credit cards, etc. if you're not secure. There's a lot of bad things they can do. And on top of that, Google, Bing, Yahoo, etc., they can ban you from the search engines, or you can go on a page 3, 4, 5 or something like that. And it's just not good for your business. Okay, you don't want anyone inside your site. Okay, so we have a look at this one again. We can see the plugins and we go down. Okay, now in this case, on this site, look this. And it's a warning and it's saying Web Wizards is the login. Okay, and it says Mackie is another login. So just to prove if that's working or not, let's have a look at this. Web Wizards and then Mackie. So if I go here and copy that, and I go back and I go to say /readme just to see if it is there, which is probably there, of course. We can already see that, and then we can see same thing as I showed you before. Then we can go log in, and now we already know one of the, okay, so that part's quite good. But if we go to /login, they have protected that bit. wp-login.php. Okay, that part is quite good. But again, you can see scripts like this are finding it. So what I'm saying to you, we don't, again, I'm not a hacker, you're not a hacker, but we don't want people finding this thing. So for example, let's go to davidkavanagh.com. Okay, my site. Now, I'm no better than anyone else, but I'm just trying to show you something here. You'll see when mine comes back, it won't show you too many things. Definitely not. And if you go looking in my site and try to hack it or anything like that, you won't. Because the thing is, it's totally secured. Now, I'll give you a quick look. 1 sec, we're just waiting on this online scanner. So I can't find the WordPress security. I've installed it with Cloudflare, which means, again, they can't check out the web host I'm using. Okay, I'm using Mobile Business Card, but that's my plugin, which it can't be hacked because I've encrypted it. And I'm using a video player, which that's okay. But have a look down here. The user enumeration is not available. The 2014 theme, it tells you I'm using that theme. Well, I'm not using a theme, I'm using my own plugin. Okay, then it says directory indexing isn't available, which means they can't get into my uploads folder, they can't get into my plugins folder. It tells me that I'm linking out to Facebook and Google. Well, of course I am, because I make mobile business cards on my site. So there's nothing really that people can get into there. So if I go back, say for example, to David Kavanagh for a start, let's have a look at this. You'll see this. I just make, as I said, mobile business cards. Now, sorry about my desktop today, but you can see here, imagine that was your telephone. Imagine that was your mobile phone, your cell phone. When you're going into here, you can see all of my things in here. It's just made as a mobile business card. And if you're interested in getting something like this, talk to me after this webinar. And by all means, I'd love to talk to you, because then you can have everything about yourself. On the first line, you can have a click to, or should I say tap to call button. You can have a tap to email, tap to SMS, tap to locate with your office. You can have everything about yourself. I'm talking about live workshops, etc. Then I'm talking also about testimonials, and you can put all your videos, all your products, all your services there. There's a lot of things you can do. Then you can schedule a meeting with me, a one-on-one call. You can check out my office numbers. You can also check any little articles I've written, etc. You can share my mobile business cards with people. But more importantly, let's see if it can get hacked. Well, I go into here and I say, okay, davidkavanagh.com/readme.html. And we go into here and straight away it'll come up and say nothing. It goes straight back because there's nothing there. Then you'll say wp-admin. Now let's have a look at this. Nothing. And then you go WP config, anything like that. It doesn't make a difference. You're not going to get into my site. Now, having said that, if a person really, truly wants to get in, they can go into an office where the server's located, hack the server, pull out the machine, whatever, the laptop, and then, yeah, of course. But the bottom line is, as far as I'm concerned, when you really look at things there, I mean, we're shortcutting and we're stopping people from getting into your sites. You don't want them to hack you. That's for goodness sake. Now, I've made up a site now called Best WordPress Security, which again, it's just one page at the moment. That's all it is. Now, I want to show you this. I've made this up so people can communicate with me and I can help them, irrespective if they're a person who owns one website and they're doing like a Shopify store with the WordPress front end. If they're a person just doing a WordPress site for their business, or maybe, for example, they've got several WordPress sites and they truly do not want to get hacked. So you want to stop hackers from hacking into your WordPress website and costing you thousands of dollars. As I put here, you realize your WordPress website can be hacked and you understand the importance of securing your WordPress site immediately. It's not if you'll be hacked, but when you'll be hacked. So take action now. Now, I've included a video there which will give you some unbelievably scary facts about WordPress sites getting hacked. And then when you go down, I've made a new ebook that I'm putting out very soon, David Kavanagh's Hack Off. Never get hacked again. Okay, and if you want some security tips and hints and suggestions after this webinar, just put your email. I don't want your name and your phone number and your address, etc. I'm not worried about that, because if you truly want me to help you, which I imagine you do, you'll spend money with me as long as I can help you as much as I can anyway. So all I want is just your email address. You put it, and I will put you on my WordPress security help file, and I'll send you some up-to-date reports, etc., to truly help you. Now, if you decide you'd like myself and my team to help you, by all means, I'd love to help you. If you don't, well, at least you've got some good common sense to stop getting yourself hacked. Now, the first thing I'd say to you, don't use admin for your username and don't use password for your password. Don't use the same username and password as you use on your Gmail, Hotmail, or any of those one-on-one accounts, anything like that. Make sure it's something that's 18 characters long with uppercase, lowercase, and special characters. Make sure when you're doing a database, it's not WP 526 or something. Make sure it's something totally different. Just make sure you fully protect yourself. Get rid of the README file. Get rid of the WP config out of your site. Get rid of it. Put it outside your public HTML folder. Now, all you have to do is simply put in your email address there, and I will send you a welcome aboard and we can communicate. We can talk. Now, if you get offended by this sales letter, if you're too lazy or stupid to secure your website, then you deserve to get hacked. Well, I mean that. Because most web designers are very good at designing websites. And they'll go in, they'll stick one or two little plugins, and they think that's going to stop you from getting hacked. But then they design 20, 30 other websites, and then they go, oh my gosh, hold on, I can't remember, what's the login details? And they don't care, they've got your money up front. Now, I'm not saying every designer, because some of them are very good, but most web designers win cash from Flash, not from their WordPress security. So I've got a proprietary method that my team and I use and my coaching students use, who are now WordPress consultants who go out there and really truly help business owners. So if you want to talk to me, you can go there and you can talk to me whenever you want, or alternatively, Alternatively, after this webinar, you can put in your details here and I can talk to you. One of my teams can talk to you. Bottom line is, or as I said, put your email. We'll send you some information there. You need to secure your site. Okay, you truly need to. Don't let yourself, if you go to Google now, just to show you, if you go to Google and put WordPress hacked, like I've just done here the other day to show a client, pardon me, you'll see, apart from the ads up the top, frequently asked question, my site was hacked. WordPress 4.7.1, hacked by whatever. Beginner's guide to fixing, okay, how to clean a hacked site. And yet when I look at most of these beginner's guide to fixing your WordPress, etc., I click on a lot of these sites and they tell you how to, fix sites and all this kind of stuff. And yet I'm not saying this site because I don't know this one, but if I go back to their front end and I put readme.html, for example, which shouldn't be there, well, look at this. We can already start logging into sites. Look at this. Version 4.7 that's scattered because it's got a HTTPS at the front end. WP, okay. Look at, hold on. We just go back here. WP install. No. Okay, so some of it's locked down there, but none of this should be exposed. We shouldn't even get this far. So the people who are teaching you half the time how to unhack your site or how to secure your site, a lot of them don't even know what they're talking about. See, 1.5 million unpatched WordPress sites hacked following vulnerability. That was only in February 10th, 2017. Thousands of WordPress sites hacked using recently disclosed February the 7th. Has my site been hacked, etc.? Look at it, Wordfence. Now, Wordfence is one of the plugins I do use in my algorithm, my method to stop it. But again, let's see, for example, even if Wordfence, which is one of the top things, it's still got. Wordfence is one of the top things on the market. Top. It's brilliant. I use it. But look at this. Now, let's have a look at this. If we go a step further, /WP-admin or whatever, let's have a look what comes up now. Now, none of this should be exposed, as I said, none of it. So all of you people on the webinar today watching this, or should I just go into here for a second, you're seeing things that a lot of people don't even show you. Normally, they do not even show you this stuff. Let's have a look. Look at this. Username and password. Why do I want to even offer them that? I don't even want to bring up that page. I want to cloak it and disguise it that no one can even see this page. So after this webinar, what I want you to do is email me, david@davidkavanagh.com, or go to bestwordpresssecurity.com, put in your email, or just get me on the little chat screen at the bottom. One of my team and I will answer you. Bottom line is you need to protect your sites. Don't come back to myself or any expert afterwards and say, oh my gosh, my site is hacked. I do not put band-aids over the top of a broken into site that we look at it and think, oh my gosh, it's so badly infected and so badly screwed up, we basically have to do a new website. Because then you're another $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 out of pocket. Protect yourself now before the fact. Protect yourself now and it will not happen. My name's David Kavanagh. Thank you for watching today, this small little webinar. I'd love to talk to you very soon, but please do yourself a favor. Even if you don't decide to go to bestwordpresssecurity.com, get someone who really, truly knows what they're talking about. And if you want to ask me if they know what they're talking about, let me see their site. I can tell you, because the proof is in the pudding. If I can go to their site and see holes in their site, why would you employ them or contract them to work on your site when they can't even fix their own sites? Look after yourself and your family and your business, and remember, secure your WordPress site. My name is David Kavanagh. Thank you for logging on to the webinar today. Thank you for letting me or allowing me permission to show you this, and I'll talk to you very soon. But make sure, go to bestwordpresssecurity.com, and when you're there, fill in your name, should I say your email, and I'll be in touch. Thank you very much.